recording. So TJ is putting the bikes on the car. He's almost done with that, and we're headed to Kansas, y'all.
What's up, friend? Welcome to our camping adventure. We're MK and TJ, and we're on a mission to tent camp in all 50 US states. When we got married in May of 2019, we went on the most fun honeymoon in St. Lucia. After coming home, we realized that we took very few pictures and videos, so we really have nothing to look back on to remember the trip. This made us commit to capturing our family adventures from here on out. While we had plans and high hopes for more international travel over the next couple of years, 2020 quickly changed our plans. However, we are beyond excited to adventure around our home country and really get to know these 50 states. We are thankful you're here, and we invite you to subscribe and join our journey.
All right, we're leaving the house. We're officially on the road again to a brand new state. And this is gonna be kind of like a landmark, I guess, for us right now, because this trip, we're actually gonna knock out 2 states. So, here we go.
We made it to our first destination, which is not Kansas.
We're still in Arkansas, but we're 3 hours from home, and we decided to go stay with Zach for the night, who's Mary Catherine's brother, and he's gonna let us stay at his place for the night so we can get a head start on our trip to Kansas. And right now we're gonna go get some ice cream. So I kind of feel like a fatty because Zach has a single cone, Mary Catherine has a double cone, and then there's my ice cream. I don't care.
Was it for Mary and TJ?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go ahead and have those pulled up for you. You'll go ahead and pull that.
Thanks.
You said Mary and TJ, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And we have your biscuit. You should freshen up on your coffee.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
There's ice cream in that coffee.
Yeah, that's why it's so good. Well, guys.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I think it's put in the car. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then
Thank you.
My pleasure. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
Thanks.
Let's actually go to Kansas now.
It is chilly, and we're in Kansas. So, supposedly in Kansas, you're supposed to be able to see for miles and miles and miles and miles because it's so flat. But literally, this has been our view for the past, like, 2 hours. Like, ever since we got to Kansas. We're just in a big cloud, like a big giant cloud. So the fog has finally lifted a little bit, and you can actually see Kansas. You can see how flat it is.
It's so pretty.
us an update.
Okay, so I made it to Salina, Kansas. I think that's how you say it, Salina or Salina. And I have a business meeting, so I'm going into Starbucks. TJ's going on a run. I'm slightly jealous because we've been sitting in the car for 6 hours. But then we're headed to our camping spot after this. Like, the real excitement of the trip starts. I realize we haven't really like done much yet. We've just spent a lot of time in the car. But the real exciting part comes after this.
I gotta change shoes and shirts because I don't want to go running in these. Those are way better. I'm not running with a mask. Grab Mary Catherine's snacks. The car's mad at me. Not locking for some reason. I think it's because of the cooler. I scoot the cooler up. Hold on. Let's try it again.
Thank you.
I'll see you in a little bit.
See ya.
All right, so I figured since we're going to all 50 states, it would be really cool to do something fun in each state. So I'm going to run a 5K in every state, and so far Kansas is the only one we've been to so far that I haven't already run a 5K. So that's what I'm gonna do while Mary Catherine's on her business meeting. So let's go. We gotta stretch, because you know I've been in a car. All right. I should probably spit my gum out. Gotta find a trash can. I think this is one right here. I don't want to choke. All right, I've never been to Salina before, but let's go. Oh wait, hold on. I need to start my watch, otherwise I'm gonna be running forever. Okay, we're gonna do outdoor run. Outdoor run was literally like the 10th option, if it shows you how long it's been since I've run. But it's a beautiful day. Definitely just past the donut shop, and they're open, and I'm hungry, but I didn't stop. I am way out of shape. Oh my gosh. Currently passing a bowling and laser tag place. I say that I should jump in there, shoot some laser tag, and then just tell Mary Catherine I went on a run. What do you guys think? There it is. 1 mile down, 2.5 more to go. A little photography sesh going on in there, in that dark alley. Very cool. I like it. Just hit 2 miles. Pretty sure gravity is greater here in Salina or Salina. I don't know. If you're from here, drop it in the comments. Is it Salina or Salina or something else? Let us know. At least I get to run in the shade. There's Mary Catherine in there on the business meeting. I'm out here enjoying the great outdoors. That was definitely a music store. I'm gonna have to swing back by for that one. My foot's definitely numb right now. And for those of you who don't know, I'm usually not this big a wimp. I actually ran a marathon like 6 or 7 or 8 months ago. I just haven't run since. So it is kicking my butt. Definitely just hit my face on that tree back there as I was looking at my phone. Hit 3 miles. Both of my feet are asleep. My lungs are screaming. I'm never eating ice cream again. Okay, that last part's not true, but I'm dying. I need to get out and exercise more. All right, done. 5K. All right, that makes 4 states now. 4 states. Only 46 more to go. Hopefully I'm in a lot better shape by the time I get to 50. Whew. All right, let's go see what Mary Catherine's doing. She has no idea. She has absolutely no idea. Oh, there she is. Working. Gonna make us some sandwiches for lunch. While I was running, I was smelling all the sights. I was not smelling the sights. I was smelling all of the good smells of this town. All these little local restaurants whipping up lunch. If we honestly ate out everywhere we went, we wouldn't have enough money to hit all 50 states. So, sandwiches it is. And I should probably make more than one. Mary Catherine's probably hungry too. All that hard work she's doing in there, taking care of business. Meat, some more meat, and the cheese. I think I may have forgot the mustard at home. Nope. Got it right there. All right. Usually Mary Catherine makes the sandwiches. We're gonna have to make a stop for some mustard. And that's all the mustard. Day 1 of the camping trip. Quick story about the cheese. Went to Walmart to get some cheese. I've never bought cheese directly from the deli. I usually buy it in the pre-packaged little things. And that was an experience. We had way too much cheese. I bought like $14 worth of cheese. Did not know cheese was that expensive. One for Mary Catherine, one for me. Finish it off with a little bit of bread there. And there we are. Hope you guys enjoyed my cooking show for the day.
Okay, my meeting is done, and we're now really on the adventure.
Hey, I just realized that we haven't told them what we're doing tonight.
We haven't. We are staying at probably the coolest place we could have come up with. It sounds cool on the internet at least, so hopefully it is in real life. But we decided to try out Hip Camp for the first time. And if you are not familiar with Hip Camp, it is like Airbnb for camping. So you can rent people like parts of their land or parts of the property that they own. Some of them live on it, some of them don't. But we found a guy in Wilson, Kansas who owns a decommissioned missile silo. And it sounds really cool to stay there, but we don't just get to stay there. He is going to give us a tour of this silo. And he's building a house in it for himself, so he knows it pretty well. And then we get to camp on his property.
It's a little sketchy. It's just exactly probably what you're thinking. We are camping on a stranger's property and there's a missile silo that we're gonna go inside. But, I mean, once in a lifetime opportunity, right?
I mean, it's like equally terrifying and exciting at the same time.
We also don't know anybody personally who's used Hip Camp.
That's true.
So that's gonna be an adventure too.
All right, we have gotten off the main road. You can see all the bugs we have run into on our windshield. So far, the description that this guy gave us is pretty accurate. He said you'll see tons of windmills in the distance, and everywhere you look, there's windmills. It says private property. No trespassing. Well, hopefully it's Matthew F's private property. There's a dog. Yes, those are concrete pads. Watch out, doggy.
Oh, sweetie.
Oh, look at this oil derrick.
So we just cut across the field?
I guess so. Yep, there he is.
Hey, Matthew.
Hey, buddy, get down.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Doing great.
I'm TJ.
I'm Matthew.
Nice to meet you. It's my
you as
wife,
well.
Mary Catherine.
I'm Mary Catherine.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Well, I'll bring you over here to the top of the missile base. So, I work with a company. I've done consulting for them called 20th Century Castles. They see these missile bases as the 20th century equivalent of the castles of old, right?
Yeah.
So, built by the military as fortified structures. And so, My friend, I grew up next to his missile base. It was an Atlas E missile base. A little bit different than mine. Mine is the next generation, the Atlas F. So the Atlas E I grew up next to, the way that it worked is the missile was stored horizontally, a 400-ton door would move to the side, a crane would erect it, and then it would fire off. It was a rather slow system and it was prone to failure.
Yeah.
That door could get bound up or whatever. And we had about a 30-minute window if we saw them launching on us for us to be able to retaliate. This was the next generation, the F. It's already vertical. And you've got these 75-ton doors that would open up, a crane would lift it to the surface, and then it would fire off.
So is this, are we standing on it right now?
We're standing on it right now.
Whoa.
It goes down 176 feet beneath us.
That's crazy.
Equally cool and kind of scary at the same time.
Right, it's like a 15-floor building underground right here.
And are you building a home in it? Is that what I read?
So I'm starting out with renovating the Launch Control Center where the missileers live. That's about 2,500 square feet of space. And ultimately my goal is to develop out the silo into a 15-floor kind of a space-themed adventure resort where people can come here and go through like future astronaut training, experience what it'd be like to be in a colony off planet or something like that. So
That is awesome.
and,
Man.
and so I opened it up for campers, and that basically just pays for my gas driving back and forth. It's a 2-hour drive for me. So how about I walk you around?
Yeah.
Well, I'll show you a little bit of the place. So this right here is the escape hatch for the missile base.
Whoa.
So this had 4 tons of sand that was inside of it. That would protect, if a nuclear blast happened, they were afraid that the main entryway right behind you may get destroyed. And so the sand being in here would protect from it blasting out the doors beneath and contaminating everything inside. So you saw that concrete pad just right over there behind you. Now that used to be where the antenna array was, and this was the backup antenna. So if that was destroyed, there was a telescopic antenna that went down in here. This goes down 30 feet deep, but when this door would open up, it would pop out 100 feet into the air, and they would have communications with Strategic Air Command. Schilling Air Force Base over in Salina.
Wow.
Next, I'll take you this way.
It's Salina. We weren't sure if it was Salina or Salina or...
Right. Now this right here, there were 2 wells. You know, the military always does redundancy. And this was a water treatment plant. So this door would open up, they would dump in charcoal, and then they would filter and demineralize the water. You don't want calcium deposits on your missile.
Wow.
And then pressurize it for the base. It's just primitive camping here.
Very cool.
Basically, the way it works, there's cedar shavings and extra toilet paper in there. Just cover up your mess, and then there's toilet paper, water, soap, everything.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
The facility is, you know, about 90 to 100 feet full of water. They filled it upon decommissioning. A couple different reasons for that would be to stabilize the walls and keep pressure on the walls so that it would never implode. Another reason maybe is if high school kids are exploring and someone falls, they would go splash instead of splat.
Yeah.
So.
So this is a pretty cool place so far. Got the outside tour, waiting on some other folks to show up, and then we'll tour the inside of the missile silo.
Did Buddy come?
Yeah.
Sweet.
No. Wait a second. My lights are on.